Welcome back, friends and fictional folk, to You Can Certainly Fry, the show where I tell you how to butcher and eat your favorite tabletop RPG monsters. After taking a detour into the worlds of Avatar The Last Airbender, the Stormlight Archive, and Warhammer 40k, I think it's high time we return to the roots of this series for a bit by discussing the Metallic Dragons. Now, I need to preface this with a disclaimer that in most universes, dragons, especially metallic dragons, are sapient creatures, and so eating them is considered cannibalism. But if you happen to find yourself in a universe with bestial dragons, here's how you butcher, cook, and eat the brass ones. Like red dragons, brass dragons have immunity to fire because it's one of their breath weapons. This means that it is very difficult to cook their meat using fire and heat, so you'll have to use either some form of acid, make jerky out of it, or use a long, slow cooking method with fire like stewing or barbecue. Now we'll get to how they taste in a moment, but first we need to discuss the dangers of cutting the dragon up to be cooked. First of all, be sure to harvest the fire ruby that brass dragons use to generate their fire breath before doing anything else. Like all arcane gems, it can misfire if not handled properly, but if one person is harvesting the fire ruby, while another person is harvesting the sleep gas bladder, and either one of them makes a mistake, then you could all end up as a well-cooked dinner for something else. But speaking of dinner, like all dragons, the meat of a brass dragon is comparable in taste and texture to birds like chickens. But also like all dragons, brass dragons are literal products of their environment and its magic. In this case, hot, arid deserts. This unfortunately means that the texture is always going to be at least a little bit grainy like sand, but it will also have a natural spicy kick to it, emulating the desert sun. I'd recommend fixing it up in your world's equivalent of an Indian spice blend and making it into a curry once all the meat has finished cooking.